Hello, my gracious, passionate, hard-working game developers. I've come down from my private jet to talk about the game you guys are working so hard on. While I'm certainly proud of what you guys have done here so far, making, what is it, Battlefield 8? Oh, Battlefield 9, sorry. There is still work needed to be done, as you all know. But before we get into that, I would just like to say I have an update on trying to find a composer. Now, I tried contacting one of the greatest game composers about our project here, and unfortunately, he declined the offer, saying, and I quote, "I'm not going to put my energy into this garbage." Yeah, how selfish of him to think like that, you know? Don't you guys agree? I don't like the faces I'm seeing, so you know what? Don't answer that. But anyways, let's talk about what you guys have done so far. I know you guys said earlier that you are happy with the current pace that development is going, but that pace does not meet the deadlines. So with that said, I think it's important that we change some of the practices that we've been doing here in order to be sure that we can actually release this game on time. And no, we cannot do delays because remember that all the future months beyond our target date are filled with games that are just going to overshadow us, like Halo 7 and GTA 6. So it's important that we don't move the current target date so that we can get the most money out of it as we can. And I know that's not what you guys necessarily want. I don't know if it's because of your current pay or anything like that, and I know that you prefer to prioritize game quality and all of that, but that's not what's going to take EE to the next level. It's also important that we leave more room for development time for Battlefield 10. And I know that's weird to say considering you guys have just recently started working on Battlefield 9, but it's really important to me and to all my higher-ups that we stay on schedule. What's that? No. We're not milking the series or anything like that. We're just, So, here's my proposed changes that you guys should make in terms of your development process and what you actually want to focus on so that we can make the most profitable, I mean best game ever. 1. I figured that since you guys are working overtime so much during your work days, everybody should just be working 24/7. Eyes glued to the screen the entire time. No time for food. We will have people that will feed you while you are working on. But it's important to us that you're continuously working on what we believe is going to get this game sold. Which leads us actually to step 2. What are you guys actually going to start focusing on more? And the answer to that is we are going to start putting the budget exclusively into the marketing and the graphics. These are the biggest ways in how we can blow gamers away. It's going to actually make them want to play the game, no matter how it actually looks when they put it on their TV. So that's why when you're making the graphics for the game, I want to see every single individual pebble on the ground. And then once we show off how amazing and pretty and beautiful our game looks, the audience will eat it up so much, and as a result, the media hypes up the game for us. If the main game doesn't function, but its looks function really well, then that's enough for me. It doesn't matter if nobody finds the gameplay itself fun, or if it's really glitchy. In fact, I think that glitches actually can give it to a charm. I mean, look at Cyberpunk. That's what people remember it for.
Excuse me, sir, do you need help? What? Okay.
So now that we've talked about that, we need to also talk about what's going to be included in the game. I know that we've publicly told and made many promises about the game so far. I just want you to throw all that in the window right now. At the rate you guys are working, I don't think you're going to be able to get what we plan to be the entire main game by the time it releases. But that's okay. That's okay. This actually works out perfectly, because what we can do with that is we can lock behind some of that content behind some paywalls and call it a DLC expansion. That way, instead of the user paying a small but normal $60, once it builds up enough, they could be paying $120. And so that allows for me, and also you, to have a greater paycheck in the mail, you know? Instead of you guys getting that sandy soil, you get that much better loamy soil, you know?
Loam.
Now, I've heard this a lot. I don't want anybody telling me that what we're doing is we're serving somebody a burger and then just giving them the bottom of the bun and telling them to add another $5 for every single thing they want on that burger. We're not doing that, alright? This is how I see it. We have this we have this rock, and it's the foundation, and we're just adding upon it, okay? You need to look at this in a good way. No matter what any review critic tells you. I mean, who's the one making the game, them or us? Who has authority, you know? And yeah, that's everything I had. I know at a first listen it may sound like we are taking your lives away from you, but you're gamers, right? Isn't the point of gaming to have multiple lives instead of just one? I mean, you've seen that t-shirt, right? Doesn't every gamer own that t-shirt? I know it must be hard to be motivated to work on this because, you know, many higher up individuals in our company have been under fire for some allegations. That's all I'll say about that. But just know that we are trying to cover those up. I meant take care of those. But don't worry about it, okay? Alright, now that's all I got. Thank you for your time. Now, back to work. Who's ready to work on Battlefield 8? I meant, 9. Yeah. Hey, where'd everybody go?